Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're completely demystifying India's 2026 investment playbook. We're going to move from the massive macro-demographic trends shaping the country right down to the specific, actionable tactics you need for your portfolio today. Whether you're a resident Indian or an NRI, the rules of the game are shifting fast, and honestly, getting it right has never been more important.
Look, there is no denying it. The Indian markets are creating absolutely unprecedented wealth right now. But here is the harsh reality. Old habits and complex 2026 tax changes are costing everyday investors dearly. From leaving cash in the wrong types of accounts to stumbling into hidden tax traps on gold and mutual funds, a lack of strategy is literally leaving your hard-earned money on the table.
So here is our roadmap to fix that. We're going to cover the retail investing boom, accessing government debt directly, gold investing in 2026, the NRI playbook, and finally, avoiding those costly tax traps.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, the retail investing boom and India's historic shift.
To really wrap our heads around the sheer scale of this explosion, as of August 2024, the National Stock Exchange hit a mind-blowing milestone. 10 crore registered investors. 10 crore! Just to put that massive number into perspective, the state of Uttar Pradesh alone now accounts for 2.7 crore of those accounts. The market is expanding way beyond the traditional financial hubs.
And the demographic shift happening right now is wild. A staggering 40% of these investors are under 30 years old. Millennials and Gen Z aren't just dipping their toes in, they are actually running the show. They now control 48% of all mutual fund assets in the country. We're talking about a young generation managing over 75 lakh crore rupees.
But wait, here's a totally fascinating paradox. Gen Z absolutely rules digital platforms, making up like 70% of new users on apps like Zerodha and Grow. But the CB 2025 survey found something super surprising. 79% of them are actually highly risk-averse. Despite being young and super tech-savvy, their number one priority is capital preservation.
So for that 79% looking for ultimate safety, let's move right into Section 2, direct government debt access. And stepping right up to the plate to provide that safety is the central bank itself. The RBI Retail Direct Scheme is an absolute game changer for conservative retail investors who want sovereign-backed security, totally bypassing the middleman.
You see, historically, government securities, or GSECs, well, those were basically the exclusive playground from massive financial institutions. But not anymore. You no longer need to be a major bank to access ultra-safe government debt. The RBI has swung the doors wide open for the common man.
And the perks here are frankly incredible. You can open a Retail Direct Gilt account entirely online, pay absolutely zero fees, get access to both primary and secondary markets, and you can even pay with UPI. It's basically ultimate, rock-solid safety, completely modernized for today.
Okay, shifting from bonds to another classic safe haven. Let's explore Section 3, Gold Investing in 2026 and Navigating New Tax Rules.
With the new tax rules hitting in April 2026, we've got to ask a seriously critical question for your wallet. For years, sovereign gold bonds have been the go-to alternative, right? But with things changing, do SGBs actually still beat physical gold? Let's weigh them up. SGBs still give you that sweet 2.5% annual interest, zero storage risk, no GST, and zero making charges. Honestly, physical gold only really takes the win now if you desperately need quick liquidity or, you're actually buying it to wear as jewelry. As a pure financial asset, SGBs are still incredibly strong. But here is the massive catch, the 2026 tax trap. How you enter the investment changes the whole shebang. If you subscribe directly from the RBI and hold them to maturity, your capital gains are completely tax-free. But if you buy those exact same SGBs on the secondary market, bam, your maturity gains are suddenly hit with a 12.5% long-term capital gains tax. Literally, how you buy is now just as important as what you buy.
All right, let's shift gears to a group dealing with some seriously complex rules. Section 4, the NRI Investment Playbook.
If you're an NRI, getting the foundation right is absolutely crucial. You have to use the right accounts. Use an NRE account to route your foreign income, because that is totally tax-free and fully repatriated. Use an NRO account strictly for your India-sourced income, like rent, which is taxable. And if you want to dodge currency conversion risk entirely, FCNR accounts let you hold deposits in foreign currency completely tax-free.
This is a big one, guys.
Leaving your foreign income sitting in a standard NRO savings account earning a taxable 3 or 4% is a massive missed opportunity. The gap in returns is just unbelievable when you realize NRE fixed deposits are hitting 6.25% to 8.25%, completely tax-free in India. The compound interest you lose over time by using the wrong account is staggering.
But hey, to play the game right, you also need to know the hard no's. NRIs are restricted from opening new PPF accounts, they cannot buy new SGBs, and they absolutely cannot purchase agricultural land. But don't worry, you can still freely invest in gold ETFs and equity mutual funds to keep your portfolio diversified.
To tie all of these 2026 opportunities together, let's jump to our final stop, Section 5, Avoiding Costly Tax Traps.
We literally see the exact same expensive mistakes over and over again. First, mixing NRE and NRO funds. Please, don't do this. It creates a huge repatriation headache down the line. Also, a lot of NRIs, especially in the US and Canada, completely avoid Indian equity mutual funds because they're scared of FATCA and CRS compliance. Look, yes, it's a bit of extra paperwork, but skipping it means missing out on one of the world's best performing asset classes over the last decade.
And finally, whatever you do, do not ignore DTAA, the Double Taxation Avoidance Agreement. India has this treaty with over 90 countries, yet so many NRIs just silently swallow a brutal 30% TDS on their NRO accounts. By simply handing in a tax residency certificate in Form 10F, you can significantly slash that rate or claim it back. Seriously, it's your money. Don't just leave it on the table out of habit.
So, we'll leave you with this final, vital thought. India's financial landscape is evolving at lightning speed, offering incredible things like direct government bonds and highly attractive tax-free NRI deposits. But the tax traps? They are very real. So take a hard look at your accounts today. With India's markets booming and tax rules shifting, is your 2026 portfolio built on careful strategy, or are you just coasting on old habits? Thanks for tuning in to this explainer, and we'll see you next time.